I'm a bad motherfucker.
Okay, so here we're going to talk about. By the way, we'll see you in Philly on. Is it Friday? We're going to be in Philly on Friday.
Yeah, I got it right there beside
Boston on Sunday. Avenel, New Jersey is sold out. So the Saturday show is sold out. But we'll see you on Friday.
Boston Sunday.
Boston is on Sunday. There are tickets available at the, what's the name of that theater?
Wilbur.
At the Wilbur. Sounds like Bill Burr.
I'll be at the Wilbur on.
I'll be at the Bill Burr Theater in Boston on Sunday. And our friend is bringing me pizzas from, let me mention his pizza. Well, let me eat it first. Let me eat the pizzas, and I'll tell you how much I like them, and then I'll let you know. I told him exactly how I like my sauce made, with a lot of butter.
Butter.
It's really hard for me to do this show when I'm depressed.
Why are you depressed?
I'm depressed over my European tour.
Like
selling all kinds of tickets. We're going to sell out probably every venue. And I looked at the deal, and what you're supposed to do is like whatever the theater rental charge is, so that you have to pay them.
Right.
And then I'm supposed to get, and then you give like a percentage to the promoter, maybe 10.
Right.
And then I get 80% of that, or
right.
I get what's left over. So whatever the rental fee is on the theater, and then
10% to agent, whatever the rental fee is. I don't know what you're supposed to give percentage-wise.
To a promoter.
Okay.
I'll
and then the rest is me.
Right.
So
that's not how it's working.
Yeah, so
they're trying to charge me like $2,000 for advertising.
You know you can sell
I'm like,
tickets.
I already fucking sold those tickets.
So cut them off. Go get somebody else like you easily can. I don't understand the depression. Why do you need to be depressed? Yay, I'm not going to do this bad deal. What is the
because
depression?
I already sold those tickets.
So
they'll buy them again. They'll buy them again.
You're thinking of it. You understand? No, you didn't. You already made that asshole a bunch of money that should have went to you. So you're depressed because you're not going to make him that money? You already sold the tickets. You weren't getting the money. You just told me that.
That's right.
Yay! I won. Jimmy won. That's how you should look at it.
Literally, when you break it down, I was getting 15% of the gross.
You're
box
depressed
office.
that you didn't get a chance to get fucked over. I mean, come on.
So I have to. That can't stand.
All that you've been inconvenienced with is you got to find a person who isn't a psychopath, liar, thief, and that's an exciting problem. You know Russell Brand. Call him up. I bet he knows. Somebody.
I did call up Russell, and he sent me a list of places to play. And
I know people probably better than that guy.
So Russell did say he's like, Jimmy, I'm going to help you out. Don't worry about it.
Dude, that's boy band shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I told you this weeks ago. That doesn't add up. This is what happened to Backstreet Boys. They go, why are we only getting this much and we generate this much? Remember that?
Yes.
Because of fraud.
Hey, Stella Assange, free Assange now. She says 35 law professors write to Attorney General Merrick Garland urging him to drop the charges against Julian Assange. Over 35 law professors told the Justice Department in a letter Wednesday that the espionage charges against Julian Assange pose an existential threat to the First Amendment. This isn't news, but Andrew Wilkie, MP, now this is an MP from the UK, he says, I successfully moved a motion to recognize the importance of bringing Julian Assange's extradition to an end. The government voted for it in an unprecedented show of political support for Julian Assange. The U.S. must heed these calls and drop. Now, is that in the UK, in Australia?
Yes.
That's in Australia.
Yes.
That's not the UK. So let's listen.
Well, Deputy Speaker, today, in this place, shortly, this will be the time for all of us to take a stand, to stand up and to take a stand, and to stand with Julian Assange, stand for the principles of justice, stand for the principles of media freedom and the rights of journalists to do their job. Deputy Speaker, I'm hopeful this motion can pass this afternoon. I'm hopeful that I can go to London next week and I can make it clear to the British government and through the media to the US government that the Australian Parliament stands as one and calls for this matter to be brought to an end. Because regardless of what you might think of Julian Assange, and I acknowledge in this place there's a range of views. There are people that loathe the man. There are people who worship the man. But I tell you what, no matter which end of that spectrum you are positioned, just about everyone agrees this has gone on too long, that it must be brought to an end. And I'm confident if this Parliament can support this motion this afternoon, Deputy Speaker, it will send a very powerful political signal to the British government and to the US government.
So, Stella Assange says Julian has not been convicted in the bogus case brought by the United States authorities he exposed. They have been detaining him in a UK high security prison for almost 5 years. He's not serving any sentence. There is no conviction. How can an innocent man be kept in prison?
Because you live in a devil country that runs the world.
Because the West are full of psychopathic warmongers. Let's hear what Julian Assange has to say.
Democracies, or the pseudo-democracies that we are evolving into, wars are a result of lies. The Vietnam War and the push for US involvement was a result of the Gulf of Tonkin incident.
Which was a lie.
A lie. Here, here. The Iraq War famously is a result of lies. Wars in Somalia are a result of lies. The Second World War and the German invasion of Poland was a result of carefully constructed lies. That is war by media. Let us ask ourselves, of the complicit media, which is the majority of the mainstream press, what is the average death count attributed to each journalist? When we understand that wars come about as a result of lies peddled to the British public and the American public and the publics all over Europe and other countries, then who are the war criminals? It is not just leaders, it is not just soldiers, it is journalists. Journalists are war criminals.
Wow.
And why one might think that that should lead us to a state of despair, that the reality that is constructed around us is constructed by liars, is constructed by people who are close to those that they are meant to be policing. It should lead us also to an optimistic understanding, because if wars can be started by lies, truth can be started, peace can be started by truth.
Well said. And I just like to point this out. These guys are war criminals. This guy exposed war crimes. Guess which one is in jail?
Yeah, you got to try to, whenever the truth, here's the only religion you got to have, the truth. So these people, notice how you're living someplace evil, because people who tell the truth are automatically bad. In fact, they'll call you lazy. You tell a joke that's true.
Yeah.
That's lazy comedy.
Aha.
Do the work of telling the lie I want you to tell.
Yes.
So he's being punished for telling the truth, and that's how you know your country's not blessed by God, or whatever the fuck dumb shit you think. You're a slave.
Why isn't Kurt on camera?
I don't know.
Is there a problem with the camera?
We'll find out.
He did lose control.
He's out of control.
So as soon as we start talking about Julian Assange, all of a sudden, my tech crew loses control of the show. Isn't that amazing?
There's nothing worse than telling the truth.
So the reason why I wanted to do this is to let you know that there's a protest to defend a free press. The day X is here. The last chance in the British courts to stop Julian Assange, it's his extradition. It's Tuesday the 20th and Wednesday, February 21st, 8:30 a.m. at the Royal Court of Justice, Strand, London. The nearest tubes are Holborn and Temple. So there it is. It's Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday, February 21st. Wednesday, February 20th and February 21st. 8:30 a.m. Royal Courts of Justice, Strand, London. The closest tubes are Holborn and Temple. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make people aware of that. Okay. Can we go over to Steph, or can we do that?
Let's see. Stand by. Let's see if they can switch us. Misha's going to try to do the camera. He's going to switch. Let's see. Oh, Chris might be trying right now.
Hey, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down there for more AM Joy and the rest of MSNBC. And click on any of the videos right here to watch the latest interviews and highlights. And you can get more videos from MSNBC for free every day with our newsletter. Just visit